What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Finally back from my vacation, back to recording videos the same day they're going to be uploaded, so shouldn't be behind on too much news. Only real thing I missed out on was Dalvin Cook being released, which didn't affect any of the videos I had put out last week. DeAndre Hopkins has not signed anywhere yet, didn't miss that, so yeah. We're back into it now. Chiefs breakdown. Let's get right into it. Last season, couldn't really have gone much better. 14-3, first in the AFC West, first in the AFC, won the Super Bowl. Obviously against my Eagles, so don't love that, but very good season for the Chiefs last year. Looking at notable additions, big ones here: Jawan Taylor and Donovan Smith, two new offensive tackles. Get Blaine Gabbert back at QB. Richie James added some receiving depth. He played pretty well for the Giants at the end of last season. On defense, you had Mike Edwards, the safety from Tampa, Drew Tranquill from the Chargers, and Charles Omenihu, who I believe is with the 49ers, but I could be wrong about that. Looking at the losses, there is a lot here. Frank Clark, Carlos Dunlap on the defensive line, Chad Henne, you replaced with Blaine Gabbert after Henne retired. Orlando Brown Jr., you replaced with probably Jawan Taylor. Juan Thornhill, you bring in Mike Edwards. Andrew Wiley, you bring in Donovan Smith. Ronald Jones never really had a role in the team, and then you lose Hardman and Juju, but you expect to see a step up from Sky Moore. In addition, you added Richie James, and you drafted Rashee Rice. And then Colin Saunders on defensive line and Michael Burton, the fullback. So it does seem like a lot of losses here, but they also had a lot of additions to kind of offset that. And also, I've kind of learned that no matter what the Chiefs lose, they're still going to be good. Like, they traded away Tyreek Hill last year and then won the Super Bowl. So I'm not really worried about the losses here. Looking at the draft class, you get Felix Anudike-Uzomah in the first round. Really like that pick for them. You get Rashee Rice to add to that receiving core, which is not really a strong unit, but there's a lot of guys there. And you have Travis Kelce, which is all Mahomes really needs. And then just more depth down the board. Wanya Morris, Chamari Connor, B.J. Thompson, Keandre Auburn, and Nick Jones. Looking at their 2023 to 2024 opponents. Sorry, excuse me. Just had to sneeze for a second. Looking at their opponents, it's a difficult schedule. Thankfully for them, most of their more difficult games are at home. Obviously, they play the AFC West. They also play the AFC East and NFC North with games against the Eagles, Bengals, and Jaguars as well. So there's a lot of tough games in there. Namely, Chargers twice, Bills, Dolphins, Jets. Lions and Bears could be tough. Eagles, Bengals, obviously tough, and then Jaguars as well. Vikings, maybe. Looking at a potential ceiling, I could see them sweeping the Raiders and Broncos, splitting the Chargers, beating the Packers, Vikings, Jets, Patriots, Jaguars, Lions, and Bears. And then I'm looking at these 4 home games here against the Bills, Dolphins, Eagles, and Bengals. And I think their ceiling is they win 2 of them. I don't really see them winning more than that. And that would be a 14-3 record, which I think is an appropriate ceiling, matches their performance last season. But I could also see this being like a win over the Bills and the Bengals and then losing to the Dolphins and Eagles, or any combination where 2 of those teams beat them and the other 2 lose to the Chiefs. Looking at a floor, 9-8, I'll just get it right out of the way. I don't think there's any world where the Chiefs ever go 9-8 unless there's injuries that happen, but this is just the result of a tough schedule. So I still have them sweeping the Raiders, splitting the Broncos and Chargers, beating the Packers, Patriots, Vikings, Bears, and then this is where you see the tougher games, Jets and Jags, they could lose, and then lose to the Lions. I think the Lions could in week 1 have be a sneaky upset. It's the season kickoff is Lions-Chiefs Thursday night. I think the Lions could upset the Chiefs in that game. And then looking here, I have the Chiefs losing 3 of those 4 tough games, beating the Bills, losing to the Dolphins, Eagles, and Bengals. As for my actual prediction for the Chiefs, I have a 12-5 record, sweeping the Broncos and Raiders, splitting the Chargers, beating the Patriots, Packers, Vikings, and Jaguars away, and then losing to the Jets, beating the Bears, losing to the Lions in week 1, and then of those 4, I have them beating the Bills and Bengals, so giving them some good AFC victories, as you know, that number 1 seed is going to be very hard fought for between likely those 3 teams, the Chiefs, Bills, and Bengals. So 2 wins there would probably secure that for them with tiebreakers, and then losing to the Dolphins in the Tyreek Hill revenge game and the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl revenge game. Anyway, that's all I have to say about the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they are going to be a good team again. I think the defense is still pretty good. They have one of the best O-lines in football. And Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce is really all you need on offense to win games. And obviously, Andy Reid is great. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. And have a great day, everyone.